Hello everyone and welcome back to another Daily Geometry Dash video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use every camera trigger in Geometry Dash. So let's just open up our level. Right here, I have my level, and I'm on the 5th page on the trigger section, where we have all of our camera triggers. So we're going to start off with something super simple, and that is going to be zoom. So what zoom does is you just click edit object and it allows you to zoom in. It just allows you to zoom in the screen. It's a super simple one to use. It is quite possibly the easiest one to use out of them all. And yeah, there you go. That is the zoom trigger. We're now going to be moving on to static. And what static does is it's extremely simple. What you want to do with this is you just give it a group ID. Right here I have 1, and I have an object that I'm going to put right here with the group ID of 1, and what's going to happen is it's just going to dictate where the camera actually is, and it's just going to basically keep it static, if not moving back a tiny bit. So that's how to use the static trigger. Now we're going to be moving on to the offset trigger, which is again incredibly simple. It just allows you to apply an offset to the camera. For example, with this, you can see 10 blocks in front of you. So you just can't see the player itself. You just have to memorize where the player is. That's a pretty cool one. Now we're going to be moving on to GPU off. So edit object and just offset. And if I offset it even further, like that, it's basically just another way to do an offset trigger. Oh, wait, do one? So the GPU off trigger is essentially a static trigger combined with an offset trigger. So what you can do is you can do something like this, where it goes 3 blocks on the Y, or around 3 blocks on the Y, and it goes around 3 blocks on the X as well. And what it allows it to do is it just moves it. So if I make it a bigger change, obviously it tends a little bit too much, like 50, it just keeps you static until you reach that point of the camera. So now we're going to be moving on to the next trigger, which is the rotate camera trigger. So what this just allows you to do is it just allows you to rotate the camera without affecting anything else, without affecting any physics, without affecting anything. So if I have like 9 seconds to go 65 degrees, it's going to look something like this. And then you can also have like a speed up going on where you're sliding down the slope as you're going. It can be pretty cool. It can be pretty cool. There are a lot of things that you can do with the rotate trigger as well. We're now going to be getting onto the edge trigger. So we just need to set it. We just need to do that. Let's just say right. And what we can do is just place down an object once again. With this group ID, select the edge trigger, select the group ID, and that becomes the edge of the screen. So what I can do now is I can move this anywhere and make that the edge of the screen. I can also do that, but it's gonna break as it is, off screen, and when it gets on screen, it will just have a really good, really smooth easel. So that is how to use the edge trigger, the edge camera trigger. Now we're going to be moving on to the mode trigger, and what you just do with this is you just do free mode, and you turn on this, for example, and what it does is it just enables free flight and stuff like that with the wave, the ship, the UFO, stuff like that. It just removes the boundaries of the level, essentially, for the game modes that actually have them. And now we have the guide trigger, which basically just gives you a guide. It's kind of just a debug thing, just tells you what an offset would look like, what stuff would look like. It's really, really simple. Doesn't really affect the player. So, yeah. It just allows you to preview the camera bound specified zoom and offset values for different aspect ratios. The inner line is the guaranteed view 4x3, and the outer line is based on your window aspect ratio. It's good for when you're making stuff that you want to appear on every single device, but apart from that, it doesn't really serve much of a purpose in and of itself, and you are probably going to be removing this before uploading your levels. So yeah, that is how to use every single camera trigger in Geometry 2.074. If you want to see more videos just like this one, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!